Good morning. I'm in Prague and I want to say I had a really relaxing night of sleep and this was my view, but the internet is just not real and I was actually really stressed before this because I had brought a carry-on and the airlines lost my bag because they made me check it in because apparently, quote unquote, the flight was full. So guys, whenever they tell you to do that, just hold your ground and be like, no, because this is literally the second time that it's happened to me where they've lost my bag. And so I basically slept in dirty underwear, and the next morning I went to the airport again because they told me my bag would arrive at 8:20. So I did get it in the end, but it was just pretty stressful. So this was the first day in Prague and we stayed in Old Town, which is a really nice location. It was a bit noisy at night, but I didn't really mind. I went to this National Museum, which is right in the town center, and honestly I thought it was going to be a lot bigger, but it was just paintings of hockey, which was interesting. There were different art styles all about hockey, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm not into hockey or any sports for the matter, but if you go in the back, they have this really nice view where you get to see the city center, the town square from above without the crowds and everything, and I thought that was really nice. And then we went on this tram tour, which was 10 euros per person for a whole hour.
The tour begins and ends here at the Old Town Square, such as a group execution in 1621, which we can see down the hill on our left.
In der Nachbarschaft der nach ihrer Ausgestaltung benannten Zwan.
Usually when I go traveling to somewhere new, I never bring a sketchbook because I'm just not a sketchbook person. But I'm always really inspired when people just sit on a bench or by the river and they're just painting. And I'm like, wow, you can actually just physically do that? That's incredible. So I want to be one of those people, and I've brought a new sketchbook because I have a ton of new sketchbooks and I just like starting things new and not finishing it. But I am determined to stick with this one and it'll be my traveling sketchbook. This was honestly one of the best trips I've ever taken because of the time that I've allocated for myself to sit down and draw and really take in the views instead of just snapping a quick picture or a quick video and then leaving. I was just in a total state of bliss, eating my olives, drinking my Aperol Spritz, and painting. It was beautiful, and if you guys haven't done it, try it. I realized in the recording that I did it in slow motion, so let's try again. I am in Prague and it's 5:30 a.m. I decided to get up really early to go to all the main touristy spots because I just didn't want the crowd. I think I should stay here so we don't hear any traffic on the roads, but when I woke up, it was already 4:50, so that's about sunrise, and I looked out the window and I was so gutted that I didn't get up earlier to go out for the sunrise because it was so beautiful. It was pinks and oranges and little cotton candy clouds were everywhere, and I was like, ah. So I spent some time putting on makeup and getting ready, and now that I'm out, the sky's not like that anymore. So I might still have to wake up extra early the traffic's loud. Yeah, anyways, I have to wake up even earlier to catch the sunrise in Prague because I think that would be so beautiful. Anyways, we're almost at the bridge right now. It's getting loud. I'm gonna stop talking. Cringe because I think I'm cringe for doing this. Hear me out though. It's 7 a.m. and nothing is open. Like Starbucks, it's the only thing that's open. I know like we're in such a beautiful city in Europe and we should not be getting Starbucks, but nothing else is open. Anyways, I'm trying this white chocolate pistachio oat milk shaken espresso, which is, I guess, basically a latte, an iced latte. It's pretty good. I've just been taking pictures on Charles Bridge for the past like hour. It's so hard to take self-timer photos, and there's always like a runner or like a dog walker and like local people just staring at you. It's so embarrassing, but you gotta do what you gotta do. This is what happens when you're traveling with someone and your friend, no offense Kyle, but he's still in bed. I left the house at 5:30 though, so I really don't blame him, but yeah. I did this little sketch of the view outside Starbucks and I don't really like it. I think it's because the black lines are a bit thicker. Like You see how this one, it's like thinner lines, but these got really thick because I didn't pick the right pen to use, so I don't love it. So recently I became friends with a girl in Plymouth, and she's actually from Prague, and she recommended me all these little places to go to, one of them being this art supply store, which I ended up getting a little bag of goodies for myself, which I'll show you tomorrow, and I'll test out the products and everything. But now we're on our way to the Prague castle. No, it's just a clip. It's good to have B-roll. The views, like hiking up, were just absolutely incredible, and we also saw some pretty amazing cathedrals, and the whole castle ground is just huge. I think this is the largest standing castle in the world or something like that. I mean, don't quote me on it.
Fire and sugar. It's like a pure oxide. It's a shot and you sip it like a whiskey.
I'm on my way to find a breakfast spot so I can sit down and draw. I'm also really hungry. And it's another beautiful day in Prague. The weather here is so good.
Sunflowers in your hair. I thought that they were dead, so I took them all of your hair. Oh, it's nothing new to be close to you. Sunsets and medicine at the cross street by my door. Hey, sleepwalking in our neighborhood and saw some plants moving in the garden. Going crazy, but I don't mind. Then you said that it was alright. All you need is some. Heart whether you will see me anymore. All you need. Heart no, but I'm still trying.
After breakfast, I walked to Waldstein Garden, which is the Senate's garden, and I was really surprised to find peacocks there. They remind me a lot of home in California because I lived in Arcadia and there's just always peacocks in Arcadia. The garden was so peaceful and the security guard was really nice. He was like trying to feed the peacocks for them to come closer to us. And yeah, it was a beautiful day. I walked around for a little bit. It was starting to get a little bit too hot, so I just found a bench to sit on and I decided to do some sketchbooking. I wanted to show you what I got yesterday. These are water-soluble oil pastels or crayons, something like that. And I also got these super cheap watercolor set. It's by the brand Anilinki. I don't know how to pronounce that, but the watercolors are really cheap, but they're super vibrant. I guess it depends on the final look of how you want your painting to be. But for me, I feel like Prague is such a vibrant city, and these watercolors really captured the colors. I felt like with the other watercolor palette that I brought with me from home, I think they're from Cotman, but they were just not as vibrant for some reason.
Your honey water wine, you make me warm inside. Your morning sunshine when the dreams aren't feeling fine. You're a eucalyptus leaf, you make my muscles weak. You're sweet moonshine and now I finally feel alive. Will you dance with me? Let's forget all about the night. You can follow my lead, we'll be partners in crime.
I got a pistachio gelato. I always get pistachio unless there's like a lemon cookie flavor, which is pretty rare, but yeah, pistachio is my go-to.
Ich glaube auch gar nicht süß.
These in Prague too. Maybe that's why I was carrying so much stuff that day. For our last day in the Czech Republic, we decided to take a almost 3-hour bus ride to Czesky Krumlov. I was at first a bit like, is it just gonna be like a small village? But oh my god, the views are amazing. I am like such a sucker for nice views. If you're going to Prague, you should definitely check out this village. They also keep bears in the castle moat because apparently they're like shield bearers, so it's like a tradition. But frankly, they don't look very happy in there, and I don't know how I feel about that. I feel so grateful that I got to visit, and it is genuinely one of the prettiest places that I've been to.